Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the TGC Summer Anniversary series that I'm doing here in 2025, of course. And today I'm going to be talking about another one of my favorite albums of all time. On the last time I did an episode like this, it was the sophomore record from Saint Asonia, Flawed Design. And this one is going to be an album I've been listening to for a very long time, for most of my life. It's one that I know very well. It's one that I actually think is a perfect album. I don't think a lot of albums are perfect. I might think they're perfect for their genre, but not like a 10 out of 10 throughout all of music, etc., etc. But like this one, I think is just a perfect record. And that is, of course, Green Day's 2004 album, American Idiot. Got my 20-year vinyl right here. And the reason I went to get this, because I have some of those other albums physically that I've talked about. Well, actually, only Flawed Design I have physically. But the reason I went to get this is because, obviously, everything on Spotify, which is my primary way of listening to music, at least for right now. I've thought about getting rid of Spotify and moving to another platform. I just haven't done that yet. But everything on Spotify is basically lumped together. You know, like Holiday and Boulevard are together, Are We the Waiting, St. Jimmy, etc. And I just want to take a look at this track list here on the 20-year version, and they have everything listed separately. So it's American Idiot, Jesus of Suburbia with all of its parts, then Holiday, then Boulevard. So, like, they're all listed separately, so that's how we're going to do it on this. Which means that we have 13 like with Transit of Venus. But yeah, that out of the way, I'm going to set this down. So with that out of the way, let's jump into it. And I mean, like I said, I love this record. I've been listening to it since I was a little kid. Most of my life I've known about this album, and I've heard all these songs so many times. I've played them all quite a few times in Rock Band, whether that be Green Day Rock Band or Rock Band 4. Hell, and I've played, some of the other songs in the other games too, because of exporting DLC. But yeah, this record truly does hold a very special place in my heart. Some of these songs just mean the world to me. For me, this is Green Day's peak. And I like Dookie, and I understand why everyone says that's their best. And I'm not gonna obviously fault or argue with anyone for saying that. But for me, it's American Idiot. This album means more to me, and Dookie just has never really done all that much for me besides just being a fun pop punk record. So yeah. But the punk rock opera that is American Idiot, I love. And enough with the lollygagging here, enough with the preamble. Let's jump into the actual gut reaction ranking of all 13 of these songs. We kick off with the title track, American Idiot, and I mean, what a fucking way to open up your politically charged punk rock opera. I mean, it's a killer track, absolutely great, and it still holds up in both music and message to this day. And yeah, like I said, it's an absolute killer track. I mean, there's a reason why it is the most played on this album, despite the enormous popularity of Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Wake Me Up When September Ends. But regardless, where do I put gut reaction right now? Where do I put the title track? I mean, that's a tough one, but I'm going to give it a nice, solid 3. But then we move into Jesus of Suburbia, which, again, killer track. I've always been someone who's liked longer songs as well. I don't think they always work, and I do think songs can overstay their welcome. I'm looking at you, most of the Oasis discography. Jesus of Suburbia does not do that. At least I don't think so. I love this song as well. And this is And like, if American Idiot being a killer way to open up this politically charged album, it really sets the tone. Jesus of Suburbia really like starts the story and the plot of the album. And God, I love this song so much. It's probably the one I played the most in Rock Band also. Little side note there. Fun fact, if you will. But I've never really thought about it, but do I like Jesus of Suburbia more than the title track? That really is a tough one to even think about, to even ask myself. But I'm going to give I'm going to say yes. I'm going to give it number 2. Then we have Holiday. Again, another single and another awesome politically charged song as well. And this one is so good. But I'll admit, it's never been my favorite. And if we're going to like, and obviously for the ranking, I'm not lumping it in with Boulevard, but I have always preferred Boulevard to Holiday. Well, not always. There definitely was a period of time where I preferred Holiday. But I've definitely come back around to Boulevard a bit more. So Holiday, I'm going to put at number 6. Again, every song on here is perfect to me. But I'm going to give Holiday number 6. And we move on to Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And that's one I am going to give... Honestly, I'm feeling number 1. Like, this is... Like, Boulevard of Broken Dreams is, like, the one for me. Like, it's the one that, like, I think about first. It's the one that, like, takes me back to being a kid the most. So, I might switch it, but for now, I'm giving it the top spot. But then we have Are We the Waiting? One I've always liked as well. One I've liked actually more as I've gotten older. And that one I'm going to put it right below Holiday at number 7. Then we have St. Jimmy, which of course is, I guess, technically the second half of Are We the Waiting. And I've always really liked St. Jimmy. So I'm going to give St. Jimmy number 4. And then we have Give Me Novocaine. Again, another slower one that I've always liked quite a bit. And that's one I'm going to give... that one number 8. She's a Rebel. I'm going to give this one 10. I like She's a Rebel, but it's never been my favorite. Extraordinary Girl, I'm going to give number 11. Letter Bomb, I'm actually going to give number 12. Actually, no. Letter Bomb, I'm going to give the last spot, number 13. Wake Me Up When September Ends. I love this little ballad. I know, overplayed, but I love this little ballad, and I'm a sucker for a good ballad too. And I love this, and it's such a touching tribute to Billy's father too. Like, how can you hate this song? It'll always mean something to me. So, and also, like, when Billy plays it live, he updates the years since his dad passed, and it hits you in the feels, you know. But I'll stop. But I do love this song. And okay. And I'm leaning 2 ways, in like 2 opposite ways here. I'm leaning, okay, number 5 or number 9. And it can catch me on a day and it could go different ways, but I'm going to give it number 5. Okay. But even then, I'm not confident on that answer. So back up. I'm not going to give anything to Wake Me Up yet. Let's look through what we've got. Boulevard, I have at number 1. Jesus at number 2. And you know what? I'm going to move Jesus to number 1. I am. And then Boulevard, I'm gonna switch those two and give Boulevard number 2. I'm gonna flip those two. I like that. American Idiot can stay 3. Saint Jimmy, which again I always really liked, but okay, that is gonna slide down to 5. Wake Me Up is gonna slide in at 9. I love it. It'll be number 9. So then we have Jesus of Suburbia number 1, Boulevard number 2, American Idiot number 3. Then Extraordinary Girl, I'm actually going to drop to number 12. She's a Rebel, I'm going to drop to 11. Give Me Novocaine, I'm going to drop to 10. Are We the Waiting, I'm going to drop to 8. And then Wake Me Up When September Ends, I'm going to up to 7. Homecoming, I'm going to give number 9. And then What's Her Name, the final song, is going to slide into that number 4 spot. Okay. Do I like that? How do I feel about that? So again, run through it. Number 1, Jesus of Suburbia. I like where it's at. Number 2 being Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I like. Number 3 being the title track, American Idiot. I feel good about. Number 4 being What's Her Name. I actually really like that. And that's why I decided to bump St. Jimmy down to 5, which I do still like that decision. Because, especially recently, I've been really getting even more fond of What's Her Name. I've really been listening to that a bit more. So, I like that number 4. I like St. Jimmy number 5. Holiday number 6, I'm not super thrilled with, actually. So, that might change. But then number 7, Wake Me Up When September Ends. I'm going to flip those around. So Wake Me Up's going to get 6. Holiday is going to get 7. And then Are We the Waiting? Actually, flip those two around as well. So Holiday number 8. Are We the Waiting number 7. Then Homecoming at 9. Give Me Novocaine at 10. She's a Rebel at 11, Extraordinary Girl at 12, Letter Bomb at 13, the final spot in the ranking. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'll call it there. I won't move anymore. That has been my, as quick as I can make it, gut reaction ranking of American Idiot, one of my favorite albums of all time. An album that I think is perfect, and I love every song on it. And this is also the first one on the list that it's a record I think is perfect, by the way. It's not number 1 on my list, but I do love this album a lot. But yeah, so that was it. And that was another edition of the TGC Anniversary Series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment down below, share it up on social media, do all that good stuff. Let me know what you think of American Idiot, and how you would rank the songs. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.